Hello YouTube. So, just got done with a fruitful day's worth of leveling on the Frostbolt Scion character I just put out a theory crafting video on, and well, I haven't quite finished. I saved a couple of skill point collections since I want to show some gameplay for the build. But yeah, I have to go kill Valenta, and then I have to kill Kitava, and then I'm done with the story, and I have assembled a basic set of gears. So, I'm just going to take us through quickly what all the different basic items I have here are, what I prioritized, and what you should probably prioritize if you're interested in playing the build yourself. We have our Alternating Scepter. This is what enables Secrets of Suffering, which enables the alternate ailments. Those are Scorch, Brittle, and Sap, and they give us quite a lot of damage scaling. It enables our crit by giving us tons of base crit from Brittle, which we are going to scale through things like effective non-damaging ailments done with crits. Over here we have this wheel, which I will eventually drop out of, but is a solid early wheel since it has some res and some non-damaging ailment scaling. And I'm going to be getting this for effective cold ailments to scale the Brittle as well, but right now I'm working on getting my spell suppression and crit into a better place, so I haven't gone for these nodes just yet. Character is still only just level 70 and has a lot of stuff to pick up. As far as some of the other gear, I have a 6-link here. The base was only 15C for an eye level 82 or so, 85 actually, so above 84, 6-link hybrid evasion energy shield. And I rolled it until I got high life, spell suppression, and a bit of res. Nothing too fancy here. This was just done with life essences to try and hit this mod. I also got an open prefix for the life gain as extra energy shield, and I threw some of the most basic Eldritch Ichors at this until I hit a relevant mod, which was Zealotry Aura effect. So this is our starter 6-link, nothing too fancy, but will certainly get the job done. Obviously, we have Ashes of the Stars. I prioritized one with a maximum quality roll, and that is to pair with the Phantasmal Frostbolt, which if you're not familiar with what we're doing in this build, we are trying to get as much chance for projectiles to return to me as possible, because when they return, they can hit the target again. So if we guarantee return from every cast, we're going to be able to do effectively double damage, which is quite nice. For the boots, we've got life, move speed, and res, and room to craft non-damaging ailments. Also a little bit of element avoid. That's not really too relevant since I can't cap it, but I guess it's nice that it's there. For the gloves, I've got flat fire damage against burning enemies. Now I cannot actually ignite enemies because of Secrets of Suffering, but I can use Flame Wall, and that is a burning effect that is not technically an ignite, and will still activate this flat fire, so it's a nice source of damage for me. And I rolled it with with Ichors until I hit either cold or fire damage leached as life. And the reason why either one works is because we're using cold to fire support in order to enable the Scorch from our Alternating Scepter. So we're doing roughly 50% cold and 50% fire. It's more close to like 60% fire and 40% cold, which is why I can't use Trinity, because I do hit majority fire on every single hit because of this 14% of cold damage gained as extra fire on cold to fire support. It kind of screws Trinity over. For the shield, we've got spell suppression, life, and res with some decent evasion. This was only 10C, nothing too fancy. For the ring, this was a ring that was only 15C. I needed a bunch of chaos res. I do need some crit scaling right now. It's got life, room for min endurance. This I unveiled myself on my previous character. Probably wouldn't have cost me more than 10-15C to buy this on the market, though. It has the chance to gain a Frenzy on kill, which is quite nice because I don't want to run Blood Rage on this build because I want to keep my energy shield. Right now, my energy shield isn't doing a lot, but eventually I will be reaching Ghost Dance. We're going to path up here for getting some of this crit, getting this spell suppression, getting some life and jewel sockets. This life investment will be swapped for this life investment once I'm near it. And a belt that I Altog regaled into, or actually I think I was using Chaos Res essences until I hit something relevant here. Yeah, not a very fancy belt. And a jewel that I had laying around. This is actually kind of a nice jewel. It's double damage, life, and phasing on kill, but you could easily get one with only a single damage roll, life, and phasing, and it would probably be like 10 or 15C. So nothing too particularly expensive here. I have yet to roll my flasks, actually. That I still need to do. I'm always lazy about that. But let's go do a little bit of gameplay. I'll run up to Valenta, and you'll be able to see the build perform against a boss, because it is really a joy to fight in some of the smaller boss arenas on this build. The clear is decently effective, obviously much better in something like a Blood Aqueducts kind of layout, like Channel, that sort of thing. But this is more a build that I put together because I wanted to see it boss more than I wanted to see it clear. But with some proj speed scaling, as I've also adjusted the tree slightly. All of the adjustments will be in a path of building in the description below the video, by the way. Like, there'll be a link to my literal current setup in the video below. or the description below, I should say. But yeah, I adjusted the tree to pick up some proj speed for multiple reasons. It's rather nice for the clear, as obviously it's going to speed up my ability to reach the enemies with my damage. But on top of that, it actually increases the speed at which the returns will reach the boss, which is sort of a increase to single target damage. It makes our single target damage much more consistent because it means the boss is less likely to have moved away and not be hit by the returning projectile if it gets back faster. You know, if it came back instantly, which we won't reach that level of speed, but if it came back instantly, we could guarantee every returning projectile lands. But the closer we can get to that level of speed, the better, and the more consistent our double damage will actually be. Because right now it's maybe not 100% consistent, and I would love to get a little bit more proj speed. I have a little bit of investment on the tree, like I said, and then I have a couple of rare jewels with some proj speed on them, and I have the mastery for more projectile speed, which I guess just kind of counts as more tree investment, like I mentioned. But yeah, we'll real quickly find Valenta here. You can see the damage is a little inconsistent. Some of these rares I'm like 2-tapping, some of them don't die for a number of casts, and that's just down to my inconsistent crit right now. Because I only apply the alternate ailments on crit, so if the first cast doesn't crit, then yeah, I'm not going to get those alt ailments, and that's a lot of my damage investment that's missing. So we probably want to try and find some means of power charge gen, get a weapon with some crit on it, pick up the two more crit wheels on the tree that I'm missing, scale cold elements in the first place, all that sort of stuff. But against a boss, it should feel a lot more consistent. You need to put down the flame wall, and then blah, 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 blah. Projectiles everywhere. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles everywhere. It's beautiful. With the split from the sniper's mark, it can get pretty darn funny, watching all the projectiles bounce off all the walls. Someone did point out to me in chat that I'm basically playing Spark, but I built it myself, and, like, yeah. But it's cooler Spark, though. I don't like you, Valenta. You're covering up all my projectiles. They don't look as cool because of her blood beams everywhere. But yeah, this should give you an idea of how the build plays. I mean, it's pretty scuffed right now, as I said. We have a lot of gem levels to get, character levels to get. I don't have Uber Lab yet, so I'm missing all of the Inquiz sub-ascendancy scaling, which is basically just a huge damage steroid. But because of the leech gloves and because of the, you know, decent ES bubble and all that, I actually feel rather tanky, which is nice, because I expected to feel really squishy at this point. And the damage feels perfectly fine too. So I'm going to be doing some early mapping on the build. I'll be pushing up to getting that Uber Lab done, getting all these character levels that I need, and getting the gem levels that I'm missing. And you can catch all of that on my Twitch stream over the next couple of days, though I won't be there on Sunday. Sundays are my day off, so... and this is actually going to be the last video of the week, because I do believe it's Friday? No, it's Thursday, so there'll be one more video tomorrow, sorry. The planned schedule for the YouTube channel is to have a video out every weekday. So, no weekends. I'm going to take Saturday and Sunday off the YouTube channel, and I take Sunday off entirely, both the stream and the YouTube channel. But 6 days a week I'll be on stream, and 5 days a week you'll have me here on YouTube. So, a lot of Octavian content to look forward to, and a lot of Frostbolt to look forward to. Do tune in for that. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you in the next one.